Hello everybody and welcome to the very first episode of the Mary Show. I'm Marilyn Gwenya. Now, International Women's Day is a day that is set aside every year to celebrate strides that are made by women socially, politically, culturally and economically. So today on the show, I am pleased to have been joined by an amazing lady who is an entrepreneur. Her name is Emma Nxumalo. Emma, hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you very for having me.
All right, the very first episode. That's groundbreaking.
That's huge, eh?
I know, right?
I feel very special.
Oh, that's great because you are special. Anyway, so who is Emma Nxumalo?
Emma Nxumalo is a mom, a wife, a farmer, an all-rounder, I guess, because I've got my fingers in a lot of pies at the moment. So, yeah.
All right, so you mentioned the fact that you are a farmer. Yes. Tell us more about your business, your farming business.
Okay, so the business started way back in 2017. I started it as a joke, like, okay, fine, there aren't any jobs, I'm not getting employment, so I might just as well employ myself. I started farming, not being hands-on, like I was the middle woman. And then fast forward 2018, things just started going crazy. I got a lot of orders from people outside Zimbabwe, outside Bulawayo. So I was like, okay, fine, let me just look for a farm and start doing farming, like on a serious note now.
All right, you mentioned the fact that you then started looking for a farm. Yes. How easy was it to get a farm, to acquire land?
Okay, first of all, it is not easy. Like, it's crazy, hey? Getting land, it's difficult. I think especially when you're a woman, because no one really thinks you can utilize the land. So now I didn't actually buy the farm, I rented from someone else, and now it has become very small. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm looking for my own place because now I can't invest in someone else's land with the climate changes that have been going on. We haven't had any rains, so I need to set up a borehole, but I can't do that because the land is not mine. I've applied, I went to projects that sponsor women in Zimbabwe, and fingers and toes crossed, I get land soon.
So how easy is it or how difficult is it being a woman to get funding?
As for funding, I've been self-funding because the banks need a lot of things. Capital on its own, a lot of paperwork, and like I said, if you are a woman, there's a certain level of uncertainty that is she going to pull it off, is she going to be able to utilize the land and get money and pay us back. So funding, if you're a woman, I personally think non-existent at the moment in Bulawayo.
All right, you wear a lot of hats. You are a mother, you are a wife. Yes. How is it balancing that with your business?
Thankfully, I've got a loving husband. He's very supportive. So when I'm not home, he wears the mother cap. Yeah, and I was also into media. So I've got a few projects running and it gets crazy, but thank God I've got a team that supports me, and if I'm not there, I know that someone else is going to take care of business.
All right. Speaking about taking care of your business, I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, that your business grew partly because you are very active on social media. You take social media marketing seriously. Can you tell us more about that and how you decided to implement that angle in your business?
Okay, so digital marketing is the in thing, hey? Big companies might ignore it, but social media is the way to go right now. Then I had a huge following on social media, and I was like, let me use this platform to get me more clients outside Africa. Like, you get Zimbabweans that are living in the US of A, who have parents and relatives this side, then they place their orders, and then I deliver, get pictures. Now it's gone beyond me just delivering. I get pictures, I get to ask the relatives, what's wrong? Are you okay? How can they help, the ones that are outside the country? And then I relate the information back to the clients.
All right. you know, I've been following your journey since 2018, I would like to believe, and your business has grown in leaps and bounds. And just a few days ago, you were advertising and saying, "Oh, guys, we are hiring." So, how many people is your business right now employing?
At the moment, I've got 5 employees. Looking to hire, like you said, just recently, I'm looking for 2 guys, so that will make 7.
So that is 7 families totally dependent on you. How does that make you feel? Is it any form of motivation to you? How does it make you feel, just knowing that 7 people are dependent on you?
I was just talking about this. Funny you should mention that now it's gone beyond Emma Nxumalo, the brand. Now I've got people whose school fees rely on my success, whose rentals rely on my success. It's a lot of pressure. Hey, I wake up sometimes and I'm like, do I really need to be doing this job? Yeah. Let me just leave. And then I think, oh, I've got employees who depend on my success, so I just keep pushing.
All right, so let's go back to digital marketing. What is your advice? I mean, to young people out there who are struggling to make a name for themselves. Yes. Maybe their companies also, their companies are also struggling. What is your advice to those people in terms of digital marketing?
Okay, so with digital marketing, you can't post today and then stay 2-3 days without being there on social media. Like, you have to have a presence. Like, I need to know what today, if I follow you and I check up on you every other day, I can find content.
You need to be consistent. Yes.
And I need to know that you need to use let me say what, perfect language. Those abbreviations, you know, like the shorthand, that needs to stop.
Like WAL. What is WAL?
LOL. Those need to stop when you start taking digital marketing to the next level, because there are some people, the people who need to know about your company or your business really do not know about wow or LOL. So be strategic in your posting. A post can make or break you. And the hashtags, use the hashtags. Hashtags help a lot. Because right now, if I go online and say hashtag Mary Show, you need to pop. So use your hashtags.
All right. Now that you have mentioned strategy, yes, what is your strategy now now that we are in 2020, you've had different strategies from 2018 until now. What is your strategy going forward?
My main strategy has always been, I'm a farmer who farms in hills. I deliver in hills. So I post high heels. I love shoes, and it seems to be working for me.
And you're wearing nice shoes. Unfortunately, our camera cannot capture. And knowing that you love shoes, I decided, you know what, today I'm going to wear my best.
Do you know that I get orders just because people want to see what shoe I'm rocking on that particular day? And then I show up wearing flats and they get disappointed. So now, consistency. You see what I was talking about? So yeah. My strategy has always been shoes. Rock your heels and make it work.
All right. Now, on a very lighter side, how many heels do you own?
I stopped counting when I reached 60 pairs. I hope my husband doesn't say this. I stopped counting. I was like, let me just leave it at that.
All right. So, are they designer shoes, or you just whatever is pleasing to the eye, you just buy?
I only have one designer shoe. Funny enough, people think I buy designer shoes. I buy shoes from all over the corners of the world. So even the thrift, you might find me there. And
thrift shopping.
Yes.
All right, Emma. You know, you have achieved a lot, and that's the reason why we are celebrating you today. What is it that you're doing to help the community? I know for a fact that, I don't know if it was, was it this year? Or no, 2019 or 2018. Between 2018 and 2019, you received an award in corporate social responsibility. Yes, tell us more about that.
Well, the plan with my business was to go beyond it just being a business. So I do a lot of social work. Like right now I'm into Queen Elizabeth. I love working with kids, so yeah.
All right, so what is it that you're doing with Queen Elizabeth?
I supply them with vegetables, clothes, money, yeah.
Whatever it is that you can get. So what is it now? We are seeing your business on social media, but with your corporate social responsibilities, we see it here and there. So now that you are on this show, the very first episode of the show, what can you say, to your customers out there, especially concerning the corporate social responsibility part?
Okay, so I never talk about that, but thank you. What I would love to say is when they support me, they're not supporting the business, the Emma brand only. They're supporting a whole lot of other people that are involved, like the children. I have kids that I pay school fees for. So the money doesn't all go to Emma and her family. So when you buy anything from my business, just know that you're helping out a lot of people indirectly.
That's interesting. So what advice do you have for people who are watching this show today?
Keep pushing. Whatever happens, economy is not
Doing well, I know.
Just keep pushing, never give up, hey. Failure is never an option, so just keep pushing.
And to the women?
To the women, I always say, in a world full of mean girls, be that one kind person. It's very refreshing.
All right. Okay. Emma, thank you so much for having joined us on the Mary Show.
Thank you for having me.
We have been talking to one amazing and phenomenal lady. Her name is Emma Nxumalo. We talked about everything to anything, from business to family to shoes and everything in between. Thank you so much for having joined us on the very first episode of the Mary Show. Remember, you can find us on YouTube as well as Facebook. And if you've got any guest that you would want us to bring on this show, please do get in touch with us on our social media platforms. Otherwise, from myself, Marilyn Gwenya, it's a wrap.